Here at the Kerikeri Retirement Village, we take health and safety very seriously. As we're dealing with the frail and the vulnerable, you must be aware of the standards and the protocols of care that apply to everyone here. Also, you must understand why the health and safety at work standards exist and the consequences if we do not follow them properly. Let me give you an example of what can happen when things go wrong. This is Margaret, a senior caregiver. Today she's running late and she's missed the handover with the caregiver on the previous shift. This is Lucy, a new caregiver who has completed her orientation and received training in health and safety and manual handling. Today she's working her second shift with Margaret. And the procedures for moving one of the residents, Miriama, were reassessed several days ago. She now requires 2 carers with a sling hoist to move her, rather than the 1 carer with a standing hoist, as was before. Crucially, this change has been correctly updated on Miriama's care plan, changed on her moving and handling chart, and documented on the handover sheet. But it's usually a series of small mistakes that lead to disaster, and that's exactly what happened here.
And a blooming flat tire was the last thing I needed today. Anyway, that's Miriama in there. Use the standing hoist to get her into the shower while I get on with this paperwork.
Sorry, I'm not entirely sure how it works.
It's all on the wall chart. It's really not that complicated. Just get on with it. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
But is it the right hoist?
There's instructions on that as well. Just get it done or she'll end up missing her breakfast.
As you can see, assumption also plays a role. The assumption that Miriama's condition had not changed since the week before, and the assumption that Lucy could manage the situation on her own.
Hello, Miriama. I'll be helping you into your hoist today.
After she regained control of her breathing, Miriama was taken to hospital and treated for fractured ribs and laceration to the head. At the same time, Lucy broke her leg after Miriama fell on her. She too was taken to hospital. It was everyone's responsibility to be aware of Miriama's change of condition and the way she was to be handled. What should have been a routine procedure turned into a life-threatening incident. It had to be reported to WorkSafe, and an investigation followed. Despite being discharged from hospital, the physical trauma caused Miriama to contract pneumonia, and she died 2 weeks later. The consequences cost her life and a great deal of money. Both Margaret and Lucy were investigated for not following policies and procedure, and in this instance, fines were in excess of $30,000 each. The cost of a life cannot be calculated, but the cost of negligence can. Look, we don't want to scare you. The fact is, accidents do happen. But the question you should always ask yourself is, am I doing the right thing here? And if you are in any doubt, ask your manager or a colleague for help and advice. Remember, the Health and Safety at Work Act exists to prevent harm and reduce risk to everyone. Make sure you understand the policies and procedures and comply with all reasonable instructions. Failure to do so has serious consequences. Here at the Kerikeri Retirement Village, health and safety is everyone's responsibility, because everyone has the right to be safe.